Oh,
I think it works.
Please tell me this is
I
working
think it works,
tonight.
and we're not blurry.
We don't know that yet.
We don't know. We think everything worked. It'd be a shocker that everything worked. I mean, the countdown timer worked. We're actually live. We're not talking to ourselves.
No, we might be talking to
Done a couple
ourselves.
times.
It might be that we are muted still and we don't know.
Right.
You know, it's
Could be all of
like that whole Zoom thing during COVID where you get onto your Zoom call and they're like,
Right.
so you're muted.
All right, I do have to fix one thing.
Oh,
Maybe
my
I don't have to fix it. You can say hi to some people. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone.
We're here.
Carol says we look marvelous.
Oh, marvelous.
Oh, because everything is good.
That's because we crashed.
I was going to say,
all of
because
the
I
internet.
didn't get very ready for this. I came from the car to Q&A.
Right, pretty much. Okay, I'm back.
I did make a stop in the kitchen for something.
I had to fix it because they're probably wondering, where's Stella?
Right.
Right.
Where's Stella?
Well, it's 100 degrees in here.
It is.
We just bought a new air conditioner. I had to. The AC, if you guys remember. Welcome, everybody, especially the new people. Put new if you're new. Double thumbs up. Audio, video, everything working. It's just hot in here. We don't.
Hashtag Team Liz. Hashtag Team Aaron.
Exactly. Yeah, you could do that too. But we haven't used this room in a very long time, right?
Right.
It feels like a while.
Yeah.
And we only use it right now for Q&As. We really don't use it. I don't use the treadmill as it shows. And
Okay, hold on a second. If we're talking about like working out and getting in a good sweat, it is 90 degrees.
and that's different sweat though. That's not workout sweat. There's a difference.
You're right, it's different. It's worse.
It's where I would
Okay,
agree.
because you're trapped in your clothes.
You're trapped in your
You
clothes.
can't get out of them.
Yeah. Yeah. So needless to say, it's a spare bedroom. We converted it to a studio. By the way, this will be funny. Video coming soon of studio build.
That was like 6 months ago.
I know we never posted it.
Oh, that's good.
Just like the how to change the sand in your sand filter video
was a
that
year
they
ago.
all just watched from a year
Vicky
ago.
says, how can you not wear shorts? You make me hot.
Oh, she's not a shorts person.
You will.
Never.
I know I said I would never make soap, but you will never see me in shorts. I will not.
She would go to a sundress that touches her ankles, but not shorts. Yep.
Well, and even then, nope.
Yep. That you probably
Because
won't
there's
see
a thing
either.
called chub rub.
Chub rub. Is that a lady thing? No. Men get it too. We get it too. We get what we call crotch rot. By the way, just so we all know, especially for the new people,
I'm just gonna be over here.
These Q&As are not meant for children.
Crotch rot? Who calls it that?
So it's basically like, it gets a little yucky down there and it starts to burn and you can't walk straight and like it's a hot, sweaty, stinky day.
It's chub rub. It's just it's friction.
Yeah.
And you end up
It's bad.
rubbing the
I
top
don't know
layer
how
of
we
your
got to
epidermis off.
friction conversation.
Anyway.
In the crotch area. What I was trying to say is we ran out to Walmart, grabbed an AC. They didn't have the size I wanted, the BTU size I wanted for this room because it does have cathedral ceilings.
Right.
And it's a little larger than what they consider a small bedroom.
It's hard to get comfortable when it's so hot.
Oh, it is. It is. Yeah. So the AC's been running and it's not really working too much. So we'll see what happens.
AC and a fan in here, and it's
not working so much. So, but we got to go. The whole reason I got
actually,
Wait a second.
Okay.
The whole reason I got up is because they're all wondering where Stella is. Stella is right there. She's here with us. Hi, Stella.
Telly.
Stella, you okay?
Are you okay?
Okay, don't wake her up.
Okay.
Okay, leave her. She's right there. That's where Stella is.
Oh, poor Telly.
She's right down there.
Stella just went for an outing. That's why she's wearing her car harness.
Yep.
Her
car's
harness.
harness.
She's no, this is gonna be a moment. I'm just gonna end up slouching.
Okay, go ahead. So what were you gonna say before I cut you off to show them Stella?
I was talking about air conditioning.
Yep.
We were talking about air conditioning.
Yeah.
And
it's right over there in that window, by the way, the air conditioner. Don't worry, I was gonna poke you in the face. It's way over there in the window. The sunlight, the window. Go ahead, air conditioner.
Oh my gosh. Getting back to my story for the third time. So I was talking with our lovely moderators today about how hot it is, and we were all complaining, obviously, because everybody is hot. And somebody said something about air conditioning and this, that, and the other. Tina goes, in the UK, we have these things called windows.
Yeah.
And that's what you do when you get hot.
Yeah.
They don't have air conditioning over in the UK.
You serious?
I'm No, she's just trying to pull my leg.
I think she's pulling your leg. We used to call that 270 AC in your car. And they'd be like, oh, your car has 270. Yeah, 2 windows down, 70 miles an hour.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I sometimes can't tell with Tina if she's joshing me or not.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I don't know.
She said.
She's right.
Oh.
She's right.
See? So we were all just like.
So wait a second.
So remind me never to move to the UK.
So now I'm confused, though.
Uh-huh.
Okay, there's a couple of idiotic questions.
Okay.
They don't have it, meaning you can't purchase it? Or is it only for, like, the mall, and they have central AC, you know what I mean? And it's not a consumer thing over there? Or...
Somebody said, like, it just doesn't get that hot.
It just doesn't get that hot. That's where I was going next.
But,
is there no humidity, meaning it doesn't, like... That's the problem. I've been to, like, where do we go? Vegas or Arizona or whatever, and it was like 95, 100 degrees, 0 humidity. I was like, I can handle this.
It felt like 80 in, like, Connecticut.
It's when it's 95 and humid, it's gross. Yeah.
Well, that's what we're dealing with the last several days. It's not just been hot, but it's been humid, too. Yeah. So everybody's hot. I mean,
not hot enough in the UK. Yeah, that's what it is. So, I mean, technically, if you wanted one, you could probably get one.
Tina's like, everybody, UK peeps, back me up.
Yeah, they're backing her up.
Yeah, so I felt we all really went quiet after Tina was like, back in my day, we don't even have AC.
So it's funny, back in my day when I was a kid and a child,
a long time ago,
the original home.
Back when Tyler said that dinosaurs lived just before Dad.
Oh my God, stop.
It's true.
One of these days we will do some type of road trip down memory lane video and go to the old childhood home.
That's quite a ride.
It is quite a ride. Heck, for you, it's even farther. Yeah. We didn't have AC. I think my mom had an air conditioner in her bedroom, and that was it. It's the only bedroom. And when it got super hot, we brought sleeping bags and slept on the floor in her bedroom. Yep. But we had a whole house fan.
Oh, we had one of those.
The whole house fan, and it was on the second floor in the hallway upstairs. And you click that thing on, and the curtains would get sucked in because it just sucked. And you would just do that after dinner. Like it was 95 during the day, but once the sun went down and the temperature dropped like 20 degrees, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful outside, and it's 75.
Or like
still.
After a thunderstorm.
Right. You crank that thing on, and the pressure just changed. We hope to put one in this house someday.
Yeah.
But
hopefully. Coming soon.
Coming soon.
I hope so.
Yeah. Because that would be great. Shut the ACs off when the thunderstorm rolls through, and you can just plop that thing on. And
we should have like a thermometer in here to show.
I tried to get one and I forgot.
Because I would be interested. Why isn't that built into your phone yet?
That is true. Why does your phone not have a thermometer function? What is the temperature of this phone?
Now,
it'll tell you.
COVID.
We should not that kind of thermometer. Like
I'm talking about anything. Any kind of thermometer. Anyway, what are we here for? Oh, yeah, Q&A.
Q&A. More than likely, they want to talk about goats.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of questions. There's a lot of things going on around here.
I was going to say, too, you guys have been watching the goats now throughout this heat wave that we're having. And we made a comment when we got home from where we were going today. And we saw AJ running around the paddock. And it's like, it's amazing how some goats tolerate the heat way better than some other goats that are just like, I'm dying. Yeah. And AJ's one of those poor goats who's like, can I be a Canada goat? Like, he doesn't want to. Well, Poppy is just Poppy's like, I could live in Florida. Yeah. She does not tolerate the winter. AJ doesn't tolerate the summer. Yeah. But now, like, it was, I don't know, it's still hot. But it was cloudy, and there's like thunderstorms in the area, so there's like big weather. I don't know why that thing just shut off. It's thinking it's 64 degrees in here.
It's being overworked. Yeah.
It's lying.
Yeah, it needs a break. We just heard it shut down.
But AJ was hopping around the rocks
AJ's
playing and all that, and it's like he is so happy that it is not 90 degrees right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's happier than Stella. Stella, not so happy it's 90 degrees.
Where did her ear go?
It's flipped under the coffee table, I think. Yeah, you might have to fix it.
Let me help.
Yeah, fix it just a little. Don't wake her up. Okay, there, much better. Camera's
There.
kind of at the wrong angle now too, but that's okay. She's good. She'll be fine. She doesn't. She's never within a couple feet away.
So,
You know.
no, she's not.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
so what's going on?
So Joshua says we should put frozen water bottles on the floor in front of the fan.
For me,
I don't know. We actually used to do that for the rabbits.
the rabbits got
They get that sometimes.
ceramic tiles and a fan, and
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, when you start pushing really high temps, like in those hundreds, high 90s, hundreds,
we
yeah,
hit 100 degrees.
the frozen water bottles end up in the rabbit cages so they can roll up right next to them. And
The ceramic tiles
Same.
that were in the freezer.
yep.
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
it
that.
doesn't last very long. We
Nope.
spray their ears down with cold water too,
Yep.
and then because they're in front of a fan, it's like their inner air conditioner for
Right.
the rabbits.
Yep.
Yep.
What now?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I saw a couple questions run by.
Oh, we should probably go through
Oh.
that whole, for the new people, or maybe just a friendly reminder, like KCC just did, threw a big red question mark in front of your question and in back of your question, so that as we're looking through chat, we're looking for those bigger emojis at the front so that we know that that's a question that we would like to answer. If we don't get to your question right away, because we want to give everybody enough time to answer your question and not just be like Aaron's style, yes, no.
That's my way of
Maybe.
answering questions. Tomorrow, next day, maybe later. Yeah.
Yeah, very gray.
Yeah.
If you've asked your question and we haven't answered it, it's not necessarily that we're ignoring it. We might have missed it, or we're spending some time with some other questions, got off on a tangent. You know us. We're
Right. Yeah, and when it's not possible to answer every question.
not everybody, right?
Yeah.
Not every question.
Especially today with this heat, and
And I do have somewhere to be.
yeah, we got something.
So
we have to
something
take
came
care of.
up. We did not want to cancel on you guys again, but I do have to get out of here by 7:30. So let's
Yes.
wrap it up. No, I'm just
Wrap it
kidding.
up. Yeah, it's time. Should we tell them where we're going? Just tell them. I'll be home.
Where I'm going?
Yeah, poor
Oh.
Tyler.
Okay, so this is what happened. Yesterday, Tyler came home from school, hopped in the car to get his second COVID vaccine with Jake, and by the time we got to CVS and the nurse was asking him, like, so how you been feeling today? Our jabbermouth Tyler says, well, actually, while I was at school, I was on a nature hike during health class, and I got stung by a couple bees, like 6 times on my ankle. And she looks at it, she goes, we might want to wait
Yeah,
to give you the
yeah.
second vaccine because you're having a reaction already, and we don't want you to, like, your body to have like this reaction on top
Right.
of question mark
Yeah.
of COVID vaccine.
So 24 hours on Benadryl, his foot still looks like a basketball.
It's actually swelling,
It's worse.
continuing to swell. So when we got home from our errands, he showed us, we gave him another Benadryl, but
Yeah,
I
it's
got to
not-
take him to see somebody.
He's got to go see someone.
Benadryl's not enough. So
Yeah.
he's fine though. It hurts
He
a
still
little
talks
bit.
a lot, put it that way.
Oh my gosh! All during dinner, I was like, "Is he going to eat, or is he just going to continue to tell us about this? These bee stings." But I mean, granted, it's uncomfortable, so we're going to get him seen after this. We have it all set up. So
Yeah. So if you see me milking alone, don't feel sorry for me. Mom's being super mom. So yeah. All right.
feel sorry for Deandra, who he never completely empties.
Stop it. She's hard to milk. Hey, okay, so while we're on this, first I want to
Hold
start
on,
with
we
Kathy
have to stop.
because this helps
Yes.
based on this topic coming up.
Thank you, Kathy.
Kathy, thank you. I popped it up on the screen.
And
I
I'll
got
tell you
the
where it's going towards.
banner here somewhere. Here it is. Boom.
I will tell you,
Based on
I
her
have-
comment
I have caved.
of Aaron can't milk out Deandra. Aaron can't milk out anyone. Okay, it hurts. Arthritis, whatever the heck it is.
You'll see that anytime he milks, I always go and I empty. So like we call me the closer.
Right.
Like in baseball, you get the most of
Gosh,
the
I can't see
innings.
through these glasses. Keep going.
Most of the innings, the one pitcher does, and then you get the closer to come in and relieve the pitcher. Well, I guess I'm the relief
She's the
milker.
reliever or closer, yeah.
I'm the closer.
So she caved.
So it caved. After talking with some people that I trust in the goat world,
My head is so itchy.
We have decided to go with the right milking machine, and it's not, done right. It's not going to harm the girls, and us, we're going to do it right. So that will definitely go towards.
Yeah, that would go towards the milker.
Machine.
It was not cheap.
No,
and
but
it's on the way. It was officially told us today that it is done being built. Now I have to schedule the pickup time to go get it, and then we have to learn how to use it. But then it's going to get permanently installed in the barn. We're going to have to run tubing and piping, and we're getting a new stanchion, if you want to call it that. The things the goats jump on.
So the wooden things that we have 3 of them. They jump on them in the morning, and we have to close their heads into.
Which they don't even work right.
You forget to. No, they work. They work. Amy does not unclip and then loop
This is true.
the collar over.
Oh, wait a second. They don't clip correctly because we have to clip them and then collar them because they don't clip correctly.
Okay, this is true.
Yeah, we're getting a whole new setup to be able to do 6 goats at once.
Oh, and they're going to have to learn how to go into the stanchion because only one door opens at a time. So
this is going to be funny. Don't worry, we'll document it all.
Hold on. So here comes Moo, Lucy, Sadie, Deandra, Grace, and whatever. All 6 of them have to go on the same stand. So oh my,
it's
reinforcement. Well, the reinforcement. Can you imagine, Amy? That thing needs to hold
all of them at once.
800 pounds of goats.
Yep, all at once.
Okay. And then only one head thing opens. So they're going to be like, where's my food?
It's called cascading. So it's designed to where, give me another finger because I only have 5. So it's designed that the goat comes in and can't get to the food on any. So they come from Gen Pop this way, and they're like, I want the food. Nope, can't get it. Nope, can't get it. Can't get it. Can't get it. Ooh, this one works. And once that one works, go down. Thank you. And that goat.
Go over this.
And that goat's eating. The next goat can go to this one, and then the next goat goes to this one, this one, this one. So it cascades in order.
So only door number 6 is open.
And
it closes when there's a goat in there, which prompts number 5 to open. Then goat number 5 can go in, and so on and so on.
They'll learn it. It'll take a little while. The goats learn it. Think of it. Sadie learned to run outside and eat her food.
They are never going to learn it.
They're going to learn it. They're going to have to learn it.
Moo jumps over the hay.
This is true.
The hay stack to get to stall 4.
Yeah, that's just
instead of going around.
Yeah, don't worry. It's all coming. It's on the way. It's a much needed investment upgrade for some of those people that have been asking about the wish list. You might have seen some weird things on the wish list, like tubing and a valve and
it's all milk related.
It's all milker machine related. The machine was costly enough. The people that reached out about helping out, I figured a $10 thing here, a $20 thing.
It all adds up.
It all adds up and helps. So the 2 of the stainless steel holders where the milk actually goes are here. We're waiting on another one, and the machine is ready, but I haven't gotten a call to actually.
Hold on, Debbie Z asked, "Where's Stella?"
Oh, Stella, don't worry, Debbie. She's right here. She's right there. Stella, you good?
She's on floor cam.
Stella, good? Yep, she's good. She's not.
She's on floor cam.
Yep, floor cam. So that's very exciting. And then it's not that we don't want to be out there together, but it makes it so one person on a rolly stool can now monitor on their rolly stool 6 goats at one time.
And the milking machine, we had, what was it, a 2 or a 4?
We originally went to purchase one that can only handle 4. And it would max out at 4.
Right. And then we kind of got convinced, because it wasn't that much extra, to go from a 4 milking system to an 8 milking system.
Right, but we're
gonna max it out at 6.
Right.
With the ability to grow. Because
right.
What we realized was, if everybody checks all those health boxes in the fall, that we can have up to 14 goats bred.
Right.
For 2022 kidding. And that's a lot
That's a
of
lot.
milking.
That's a lot of milking. It's almost too much to do.
It is too much.
And then when the vet looks at us stupid, like any more than 4 goats, you should have a machine.
And
like,
we've
what
been
the hell
doing
are
like
you doing?
10 for the last 5
Right,
years.
because you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
So we've talked.
She's actually happy. She's like, finally.
Yeah.
But listen, I still have to have my time with the girls.
Of course.
My
And
morning
you'll get all that.
check-in,
Yeah.
and I need my hands on those udders. Like just the other day, I felt a hard spot in Lucy's udder. I want to monitor that.
Yeah.
You know, I remember.
Sadie's got a little bump on one of her teats. It's normal.
That's
it's like
just a blister from
been
the
there
baby's
forever.
teeth.
Yeah.
But Charlotte had that little bump in her udder the one time, and it milks out. But you just have to know about them because they can lead to other things.
Yeah, so it's exciting. You guys will be all a part of it. Obviously, we'll vlog it all. It'll be on the other channel. Subscribe there if you haven't. And, the milker was custom built here in the U.S. It's a U.S. made. They've been in business forever, like 100 years.
Oh, my God, Kathy.
Other people we've talked to have had these milkers for 20 plus years. They're like, hands down, that's the one you go with. So
yeah.
And then the stanchion, that 6-head stanchion thing, is actually being built in Hungary.
Yeah.
And it's coming over, so we won't get that for like a month.
Well, that's one of those, like, COVID is still affecting everything.
Yeah.
We had to piece this milker together. We couldn't just buy the system because
Right.
even the lids to the milk containers that we got couldn't be manufactured, couldn't be found anywhere. So we had to go with other milk holders, canisters, and it's all been, Kathy's too much.
All right, so I'm going to go, Kathy, thank you. I'll hit another thank you one in a minute. I'm going to run through some of these questions quickly, Mom. It's rapid fire. Sorry, go. You can answer it any way you want.
Okay, well, the Simon's Farms Red Bag purse return to swag products in different colors. I guess the follow-up question was in different colors. So yeah, something happened with that print all over bag. It was during COVID. We had to take it down because they were so overwhelmed with t-shirts and understaffed that they had to focus on t-shirts, and other swag items had to be discontinued temporarily. So I will look into that bag again and get it back on the website, since it does seem like it's had plenty of time to
see if there's anything else.
But as far as colors go, I actually pick what colors because it's a print all over. So my design was done for black on red and red on black.
Right.
That's just what I decided to pick. It can come in any colors, but we wanted to keep it with our theme of, it's kind of like our farm colors for like our logos.
Right.
Purple is our farm color, but the logo is red, black, and white.
Right. Does Moo have a favorite holiday? Just wondering.
Oh, well, clearly it's Memorial Day.
It's Memorial Day. Ah, that was funny.
Well, it's also...
Did not expect that one.
No?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was it? You're good?
Memorial Day. It's named after her.
Rosemary's wondering if we have a new pool liner.
Not yet.
Aaron, did you get a new pool liner? First of all, it would not be my pool liner.
It would be Olivia's.
Be Olivia's pool liner, right. No, we don't have it yet. Again, COVID related, the whole sand video.
We have a deposit down on one.
We actually had one pool company tell us 2023 because everybody during COVID canceled their Disney trips and put in pools.
So they've been
the pool industry just went nuts.
Yeah.
And then finding a liner and all that. So supposedly we're mid to late July, early August.
What?
Yeah.
It's been pushed?
No, it's just it floats. They even said, I talked to the guy yesterday. He's like, look, I could possibly squeeze you in June. We can do it. We have the staff to install them and everything. We just don't have the material. It's not here yet. So as soon as it shows up, we'll get it in.
Yeah. So the kids have been swimming in the pond.
Yeah. So we're pond swimming now with frogs and slime and algae.
Not we.
Oh yeah.
I do not swim in the pond. Our pond is a little gross, I have to say. Debbie J. I'm on board with you, Kathy. Go Simon's Farm.
Oh, thank you, Debbie.
We have to put up
I gotta find it. Hang on, it's over here. We'll do another one. We'll get
Billy involved. Thank you so much.
We still promise at some point we're going to make new ones.
At some point when I remember.
Yeah.
Before I'm sitting here and I actually remember to do them.
Right. Yep. I did see this one here, something about the milker, and obviously the elephant in the room we're going to talk about. Are you guys still going to use the milk machine? And my mom and I are sorry for your loss. So yes, it's still us. We're not hiring somebody to come milk with us. The exciting part though is Quinn is excited to milk now. Tyler said he's willing to try the machine. And it's one of those things where it now comes down to a learning process and not a artistic skill process. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Well, milking's one of those things that, yeah, you say it's just milking. I physically can't do it. After like 2 goats, it physically hurts.
Yeah. If
Quinn
I
and
have
Olivia
to do,
can't physically do it, even if they wanted to.
if we had other goats that were
Right.
a little easier to
I
milk.
get it.
Right now we have 4.5 goats, all the hardest milkers in the barn.
Right.
Except for Grace. Grace is super easy, except she's a newbie.
Right.
So
I could totally see Tyler sitting on the rolly stool and being like, with the spray and wiping the udder down and clip, 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 clip. And he's like,
yeah, and watching.
oh, this one's done. You know, and he's like, it's faster pace, sort of, because you're
done in like 2 minutes.
You're monitoring 6 goats at once.
Oh, and Julie too.
So I think, hey, I will try to help. No, you did help, and everybody's helping just by watching. Even the lurkers,
You guys
it all
know this.
helps. We're slowly between the stores. Obviously, look, guys, we just spent thousands on a milker, thousands on a head stanchion thing, all done.
The poop blower.
The poop blower. I'll get a little not oversharing, but I want people to know because they're a part of it. Between sales and YouTube revenue, we're not there yet. We have not replaced the full-time job. We're nowhere near that.
No, but we can run our farm.
But we can run our farm and we can feed our family. And then with anything extra, it's like, what do we need to do to invest to either make it so we can get the business big enough to replace the old day job, maybe put a little in savings, maybe pay off the truck, maybe get the new roof for the house or the pool liner, like all these little things. But really, we got to grow the business first, so we need to be able to milk. We need to. That's painful. It sucks.
Can I kind of give them like a very high number of, because you guys okay, I'm just gonna go with it.
Go with it.
You guys, from the moment we came onto Facebook, YouTube, and we went live. You guys have always been like our village. Like this is just you guys are our people. And then anytime anything has happened, you guys have always surrounded us, and not just like in a monetary way, but I mean like your love, your support, your messages, emails that you send, private messages on Facebook that you send, just the interaction on our Facebook page, on our chats, everywhere. Like you guys are always just like, we're here for you. And we're here for you, and all of that. When you lost your job is probably one of the worst times, most uncertain times.
Oh yeah, completely.
From the time that you lost your job to now, our business is literally up 300%.
Right.
In a year.
Yeah.
So that's all because of you guys. And any time that you guys are like, I bought this lotion and it's amazing, and you don't know who's watching, and that one person who's watching might be like, all right, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot, because this is like the 5th person who said that this is the best soap they've ever used.
I could give you an example of that. So we have customers that buy a lot of stuff, right? But occasionally we get an order and we're processing orders, and 9 times out of 10 we don't read who it's shipping to, whatever. We're in business mode. Okay, I need a lilac, a lavender, a soap, this, put it in the box, weigh it, ship it, pack a label on it, send it. You see, packed by Erin, but we don't read every single one. We can't.
I do.
She tries
I look at every single name and I'm like, oh, Kathy got something. Oh, this. I literally, and I'll say it in the middle of in the packing. I was like, oh, this one's going to our Colorado friends.
Right.
Yeah.
So she tries to. I don't.
I read them all.
But sometimes they stick out, and I'm like, wow, this person ordered a lot of stuff. To Liz's point.
Not in a judgmental. Nobody's judging.
No. Nobody's judging at all. But it's like, whoa, that was a lot. Have they ever ordered before, or is this a first-time customer? These are things we need to know as a business. Like, they went from a $20 order to a $25. They did like 9 orders over the course of 2 years, right? But it went like 20, 30, 20, 30, 300. Like, they have some party going on or something, or they're giving away gifts or who knows what. Yeah. But to Liz's point, the business is growing. Things are going well. We've got a lot more to go. And what I was trying to say is every dollar helps because we're taking every other dollar. And as you can see, the poop blower, right? The poop blower, non-leaf blower thing, right. The new milking equipment, all
and
that.
Just reinvesting it back into
right.
our business.
Yep.
We're getting to the point too where we need to be in the lotion room, in the soap room, making things, in the store, selling things. Every weekend is, goat snuggles. And we've gotten to a point where we're pretty close to hiring our first person to actually do something that is caring for the goats other than Dr. Kara.
This is true. You want to talk more about that?
So we, you ever get to the point where you're just like, well, I can do it, but it just takes too much of my time, and it's not a good use of my time, and somebody can come in and do not only a better job.
Right. They have different equipment.
They have better equipment, better skills than I do. And it's something that's worth, again, an investment in not only the herd,
right.
but also in us, because then that frees up our time and right. saves our backs.
Horse people would understand.
Horse people do it all the time. So in the horse world, it's called a farrier, where they come out and they take care of your horse's feet. So that's either they're trimming the horse's hooves, they're putting shoes on. It depends on if your horse can do barefoot or shoed.
Right.
So with goats, you don't shoe goats, but you have to trim their hooves every eight weeks,
roughly 8 to 10 weeks.
And we can do it. We've been doing it for years. But what I've noticed is the busier we get, the longer in between trimmings they go. And I don't want their feet to get to a point where they're getting in
right.
bad shape.
Where it's going too far.
Right. So we actually, jokingly, asked Dr. Kara during castration day, I was like, do you know anybody that does goat farrier, goat feet?
And she goes, you gotta call Tim.
Yeah, you gotta call Tim. I don't know.
Who's Tim?
We're like, who's Tim?
Come to find out, Tim lives 7 miles away.
7 minutes.
7 minutes away.
Miles? I don't know.
And he's like,
I know you guys.
I've heard of you guys. And we're like, oh, great. Does he watch? Hey, Tim, are you out there?
Yeah.
Watch him. He could be watching.
Oh, my gosh. That'd be so funny.
So we've never met him. He's coming.
He's coming to the farm on Friday.
He's going to take care of all our ladies' feet. He's going to be the pedicure guy.
He's going to be Mani-Pedi.
Mani-Pedi guy. I wonder if he's going to let me put him on film. Like, we can say, Tim's here.
Film.
Ladies, Tim's here.
Oh, my God.
Right? We could have some fun with
Billy.
Yeah. But he's going to do everyone.
Everybody.
So both barns, including the boys.
Everybody.
All of them, and we're going to set up a schedule, and the girls are going to be taken care of. Because, to your point, and I tell people this at Goat Snuggles all the time, when they ask those questions, how long do you milk the goat for? How long could you milk the goat for? All those things. And I'm like, look, you can milk a goat for a whole year if you wanted to, but we don't. We milk from mid-May to June. The babies are on the goats longer than they need to be. We milk it's not a marathon. It's more of a sprint milking. We milk as much between May and September, and that's it. And then we freeze it all, turn it into lotion, turn it into soap. It's like a mad dash for Black Friday and everything. And if we run out of inventory in February or March, so be it. We run out.
That's it.
The girls are more important than the products, and our customers appreciate that. And people at Goat Snuggles are like, oh, that's great, yeah. And I'm like, we could build a big enough business to support our family on that business model. We don't need to overmilk. We don't need to.
And I don't need to put more goats in our herd just to keep up.
No, we have enough. And that's,
because, again, I don't ever want to get to the point where I can't care for my herd the way that I care for them now and yesterday and the day before.
Well, or we want to be able to care for them better, and this guy has equipment that we don't own.
Right.
He's focused. It's like having I could crack my back. I do it all the time. I lay on the floor, I go crack. The chiropractor was a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
When I was going to the chiropractor, he was much better at it. That's the difference, right?
Yeah.
We could do it.
And we have.
But getting a professional in here, the cost isn't that bad. He's right down the road.
And he came really highly recommended by a couple people that we know, and including our own vet. So I trust if Dr. Kara says, Tim is the guy, then Tim is the guy. Yeah.
So he's coming Friday. I don't know if
he'll want to,
mute the cams
beat the village.
We have to explain, like, hey, just so you know, you walk in that bar and it's live. You should hear what I tell everybody. Like, yeah, you walk in that bar and it's live. Like, people will, they'll talk about the color of your shirt and everything. Mm-hmm. They might offer you coffee and donuts if it's early. Yeah. Right. They're like, what?
So that's kind of exciting. So, I think we were on somebody's question about, it was Josh's question.
Josh said, are you guys milking? And him and his mom were sorry for JoJo.
Yes. So I do want to say something about JoJo. And it was so overwhelming to have all of your messages flood into our inboxes about your condolences, and no matter what anybody says, I do still feel really guilty for breaking everybody else's heart. I mean, my heart is one thing, but it's so hard to process what happened, especially considering how fast it happened, and then to have to break the news to not only his forever family, but also to everybody here. You all watched him come into the world just like we did, and have fallen in love with them, with him and his brother and all of the babies, that to tell you that the worst thing has happened at such a, so fast. Right. I mean, it went from he was sleeping happily in the barn that morning to by 3:00 in the afternoon, we had to put him down. And it was like that. It was done. So I wanted to go over, I guess, in detail, because I'm sure everybody has questions, and it all happened so fast, just how bad it was. And I know everybody's like, you guys made the right decisions. You always make the right decisions because you always make them based on what is best for the animal, not what's best for you or business or whatever. So, we had goat snuggles. Yep. This was the absolute worst day for this to have happened.
If there is a good day. Right. But, yeah, there were people here.
To have almost 150 people at the house over the course of that day. Right. And to be going through something like that is the absolute worst. I can do this in private. I don't like to do it on any day. Right. But I can do it in private, and that's one thing. But to be trying to host a party while an animal is sick and you don't know how sick, and you're just kind of like monitoring and praying that it's not as bad as you think it might be, and then to find out, I finally just scooped him up and left.
Yeah, you got to.
And we got there, and it was, the moment that ultrasound hit his bladder, we couldn't even see what was in there.
Space, right.
We couldn't see open space at all. So it was filled with, Dr. Kara said it this way: JoJo either had the absolute worst case of stones in his bladder that she had ever seen, or he had a tumor.
Yeah, one of the two.
It was one of the two. And I pleaded with her. I was like, can't we do surgery? Like, is something, anything? Like, I'll take him to Tufts. I don't care. Like, Tufts is a veterinary hospital up in Massachusetts or Rhode Island.
Mass. It's in Mass.
It's a university, so big hospital. And she was like, no, it's not that I can't remove what's in there. It's that the bladder is irreparable. There's irreparable damage.
Right.
So with that said, I went out and called you,
Right.
told you what was going on.
And they probably saw me because I took that phone call in the middle of Snuggles, which I never take phone calls in the middle of Snuggles.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize I did it because, again, you're in your mind of what do you
You're not even thinking.
Not even thinking. I stood right under the live cam in the patio, in the paddock.
Oh, yeah.
So I was right there under the live cam, and then you told me they could see it in the body language. Probably some people have responded like I watched the whole thing go down, like oh my god, like that happened in front of 30 people, and you guys held your cool and like did what you needed to do. Liz scooped the goat up and took off and left and like whatever.
And I wish I could go back and like apologize to everybody who was physically at Goat Snuggles at the time. Because I can't imagine, like
why
did she just pick that baby up and put it in her truck and leave?
And we had to do that twice to the Goat Snugglers because once we dealt with JoJo's news, you had to then. And by the way, it's 45 minutes to the vet, 45 minutes home, and JoJo's already gone, has passed, and now we're like, okay, what about Horton? And we have an appointment for Horton coming up. Like, you got to grab
I had to
him.
kind of make it sound like it was just this
We had this,
thing.
He's got an appointment at the vet. We got
on a Saturday.
We go to we had to, so because I was literally mid conversation with a customer,
with
a snuggler, and I had to grab a Horton and give him to you and leave, and thank God his ultrasound came back completely clear and perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So Jake's still in there.
Yeah.
I saw somebody ask, how'd Jake do? Jake, I mean, he was there for you.
He was there.
He was
right
there
during the worst of it.
Yeah.
He says he's fine.
Yeah. He says he's fine.
Yeah, but it's oddly enough, he did have to go and like snuggle on Genevieve that night.
But he said something to you.
He did.
And I overheard, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know if you know where I'm going, because you said it to me about them, about the village. Why do I let them get so close? Like, now I have to share that news with them, and we let them get so close to these babies. And to your point, like, I could grieve and do this by myself, but now I got to go tell hundreds of people. And then, and I got to call the family who have 2 little kids and tell them, right? And Jake said, I don't want to get close to the goats because it'll happen again.
Why he doesn't, it's
what he said.
Why he says, and I was like, it goes back to that whole, I would rather have
loved and lost
than never have loved at all.
Right. Yep.
That's kind of my thing. Like, people ask me all the time, how do you birth out all these babies and then let them go 3 months later? And it's like, well, because they're mine to love for 3 months.
Right.
The unfortunate part about JoJo was he was supposed to go off and continue to be loved by his family, not gone.
Right.
Not only mine for 3 months.
Right.
And that's what hurts because he was, I'm not going to get into like how awesome he was because then the tears come.
Yeah.
But he was pretty awesome.
He was.
He was the goat that always like laid down with people and was super chill and,
So with that said, now that we've got a whole bunch of purple hearts on the screen and it's back to 200 degrees in here, there will not be an official like JoJo video because his memory is already in the...
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's in all the videos, including the video that comes out tomorrow. He was part of the castration day, and he's in that video, and that video launches tomorrow at 10 a.m., and he was in the a very big part of the spring day video, or when spring comes video, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen that one, go back and watch that one. I mean, that's, those are his memories, so we're not going to dig through footage and put everybody through that. There's no reason to, really. So
with that said, though, Stephen and Kelly came to visit their goats on Sunday. They come in, and I love these people. These are my people. They come in, and they brought a condolence bush, which I didn't even know was a thing.
A condolence bush? Never heard of it?
I had never heard of a condolence bush, but I love it. And it coincidentally, it wasn't a coincidence of what color it was. It was lavender, color purple, which is, significant to our farm. If you're kind of new, when Jack passed away which was another baby, which now makes us sound like we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
His color's purple, lilac.
Yeah.
You know, we picked out a lilac bush for Jack. And so, anyway, their condolence bush turns out to be a Rose of Sharon, which was coincidentally a bush/tree that I had in Colchester that I planted from this little twig in our front yard that I took pictures of Jake in front of every first day of school. And when we moved, I clearly couldn't take it with me, but I've always loved Rose of Sharon.
Yeah.
And this one happens to be lavender, which is awesome. So we're figuring out a place to plant it, but it's going to be kind of prominent because,
right.
You know, I want it somewhere that reminds me like every day. So whether that's like where it is sort of right now, out front.
I might stay near the store in the greenhouse area if it'll make sense there.
Well, it loves sun. So
yeah, I meant root-wise because we'd have to. The wall is the
root-wise. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
I think it'll be fine.
So it might go pretty close to the farm store.
Yeah, which I think is appropriate because that's where we were that day. You know, with it being a goat snuggle day, that it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, or have a different spot, and I haven't told you where yet, but right where the rhododendrons are coming out, we could put it on either end of the garage.
Yeah.
And Mary Ann Fisher said we can call it a JoJo bush.
You could call it a JoJo bush.
Yeah, just don't tell anybody who actually knows what it is because they'll think you're crazy. You'd be like, okay, this lady's nuts.
Yeah. So hang on 1 second here, and then we will move the conversation on. Hang on. Hold the phone. I don't know if you see anything up there that you can talk about while I just grab something real quick. Here it is.
Oh, and hummingbirds love them. I love hummingbirds.
Hummingbirds are pretty cool.
They're really cool.
They are sometimes hard.
Did you find a picture of that?
No, I did not. A picture of what?
Jake? In front of the Rose of Sharon?
No, I didn't know. That would have been great.
Oh,
no.
I thought you did.
I wish I found a picture of that. No, I did not. I was just letting everybody, hang on, if I can get to it. I don't know if I can get to it from here. Trying to, somebody asked about goats in the heat. Are you worried about simple question that you could talk about? Goats like the cold more than they like the heat. That's pretty much my response.
Yeah, they do. Goats in the heat. So that's why we're running jet fans right now.
Oh yeah, ridiculous fans.
Lots of fans. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fans in just Cassie's castle.
Yeah, 2 of those only go on for humans when we're milking. I don't leave those on all day because they're pointing right at the milk stands. You know.
Yeah, but it's still moving air.
Yeah,
plus, there's a 6th fan that also goes on while we're milking, which is the big giant fan.
Big giant fan.
Which we pointed out towards the porch during goat snuggles on Saturday and
Which,
Sunday.
when I posted that dream fan on Simon Says Farms live Facebook page, I don't even know if it works. So don't anybody do something stupid with like some fundraiser stuff. I saw you guys scheming up something. We don't even know if it would work. I'd have to talk to like a somebody that understands airflow or something. Like, we have 6 fans running and it's not working. Like, what's going on? You know, and it could be a ventilation issue in the barn itself. Like, the air's getting pushed. We don't know if a big, huge ceiling fan like that would create more of a.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. So. Yeah.
What was wrong with Rainy the other day in Goat Snuggles?
Rainy Goat Snuggles.
All right, so this was really, really okay.
Okay, before we get on to other questions.
So sorry.
I just wanted to let everybody know that JoJo is here. He's still here. That's his little spot. That's where he is. They're right back here in the sunny opening you see back. I don't know if they can see my mouse. Basically right
to the left.
How do we do this? Right there. Up
there. That
up in that area
spot.
right
there.
That cleared area. That's the pond. So he's down there by the pond.
He's right next to everybody.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody but Cassie.
Yeah.
Cassie's over at Cassie's castle.
Right. Correct. So that's what I wanted to do. Just let everybody know.
Yeah, everybody's there. As somebody did ask, did you do a necropsy on him? His ultrasound was more than conclusive. We knew exactly what was wrong with him. With that said, because Dr. Harris said it was a genetic thing, that's why Horton had to go up to get his ultrasound. It's one of the reasons I'm pretty thankful that we're going to let Gus breed with Sadie this year.
Yep.
In hopes that, that we can escape that problem. But this is something that these little boys can be prone to. One of two reasons. It's either a genetic problem or it's a feeding problem. It's clearly not a feeding problem because we would have a huge outbreak of little boys with stones.
Right.
Because everybody would be getting fed the same thing. And this is actually our first baby that's ever had it. So
yeah, it's not a diet.
It's not a diet thing.
No.
There's some preventative things that we can do moving forward if we choose to do that. But yeah, that's what it is.
I was just told that Moo wants air conditioning.
I am sure she does.
I want air conditioning in the
I
barn,
would like it
but it's
in the
not
barn.
happening. It's not happening. And
One
you know
thing
what,
that
though?
will help though is mucking out.
Oh yeah, mucking out would help. We're getting a little big. We do have to muck out. I always do like to muck out right before August, where like the super heat of the summer.
Yeah.
So they have no bedding going
It should
into
be
August.
now because fly season.
Yeah.
We're at the height of fly season. We should get all that muck out.
I hate to say it.
Okay.
All the babies are going home soon.
Yeah.
Once they're out, I'll muck out. It's only
home
another
on
week.
Sunday.
Right. They're all going
They're all
home.
going home on Sunday.
Yeah.
So get your tissue boxes
Get
ready.
your tissue boxes ready. All the babies are going home on Sunday, which means we are making a on the road trip eventually someday video of the babies getting delivered to Stephen.
Well, we
and
will be
Kelly's
making
house.
that on Sunday, but you guys won't see it until we're done editing.
Right.
And by when I say we are editing, so
When you say, "Oh, the soap is so pretty," that's Liz. When you say, "Oh, the video is so cool," that was me. Yeah, we have our places.
Sometimes I make a video, but it's not. It's like I do 2 videos a year, maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
I do 4 a week. No, right now I'm down to 3 a week. I'm taking a break.
But it is their time. All the boys have recovered really well, thankfully, from their castrations, and it's time. You can tell the moms are really pushing them away. So, yeah.
So switching it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Bumblefoot.
Yeah.
Have you ever dealt with it?
I've actually never had a chicken or a duck with bumblefoot before.
Yeah.
But I do know that you're supposed to get that whole area out, and it can be like a root that grows down into their foot. So you've got to get the whole shebang out and then pack it with like antibiotic stuff. But for those of you who don't know what bumblefoot is, it's an infection. It almost looks like a round little wart thing, and it grows down into the soft tissue of their feet, and it causes a lot of pain and discomfort. So hopefully she's still here, because I saw that answer or question a long time ago.
Yeah. I think it was asked twice, which helped because we've gone through so much time of talking about topics that we missed a lot of those questions. Wait, we answered this one already. And where's KT if she's not asking her questions?
Probably working. Maybe?
Oh, KT, it's Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Thanks you. Oh, okay.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah, sure.
I don't remember the question.
I accidentally hit the wrong one. They might be talking about something else. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, something Kathy said, actually, going back to like JoJo and how it may just be an awful fluke. It most definitely. I mean, we're up to having birthed out 150 kids. Yeah. And this is the first baby that's ever had an issue like this. Now, one of Stephen and Kelly's goats, who's a full sibling, I know, I see.
Is that actually
that? Is Stephen.
That's actually that.
Yes.
Oh, wow, look at that. They're watching us.
So one of Stephen and Kelly's goats had crystals. He got blocked. He survived. But like Dr. Kara says, she does not believe in coincidences. That goat was a full sibling to JoJo.
Right.
That was Samson or Sterling. I always mix them up. who was a Sadie and Giovanni first, Sadie and Giovanni's babies.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be something between Giovanni and Sadie that just doesn't like match up every once in a while. So we're just not going to breed Sadie to Giovanni. We'll just clear that right up. So, but yes, we are so happy that Gunter, AJ, Tiger, and Lily will be going to their farm, Stephen and Kelly's farm. They got a whole new baby barn.
Yeah.
So I'll pick a rendering of the baby barn. And
wait a second.
What?
You saw a rendering of the baby barn?
Yeah, like a picture, like a sketch.
That was just this weekend.
Yes.
How was he going to build that?
No, I think it's already done.
Stephen, how did you build the barn in less than a week?
No.
I need to take
He's
notes.
been working on it since they said we're getting these
so he only showed you the picture, not the real deal.
Yes.
He was sneaky. I got it. I'll show you the rendering, even though I've already built it. Aha, smart move. Making me think you built a barn in a week, especially the way he built it.
I know.
Perfection.
Seriously, perfection. And then they were like, you guys are still okay with... This was so funny. You guys are still okay with like driving the goats up there? I was like, no, I really want to because I have to see Eeyore the donkey, and I have to see. I put the donkey before my own goats. Yeah. I have to see, the previous goats, Samson, Sterling, Wesley, Willow, and Shrek and Fiona, and then obviously I'm going to need one last goat nuzzle with Gunter, who we just made up with today. But she goes, oh, good, because I already bought all the snacks and treats.
I bought all the snacks. Yep.
She goes, we went to the store, and, like, the whole cart was just snacks for the kids. And I was like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
It's going to be like Halloween in June.
Yeah, pretty much.
All the candy and the snacks.
Did we answer the question about Rainy?
No. So...
There you go. Sorry.
I was getting into this story.
Marianne Fisher, we are back.
I was getting into the story, and then you stopped.
Yeah, that's why we answer questions. Don't tell stories. Go. You know what that just reminded me of?
Oh, God.
Remember that show, The Weakest Link?
You are the weakest
link. Yeah, something like that. All right. Yep.
Guys, what happened just now?
What the hell is that?
Too many zeros. That's what it is. It's too many zeros.
All right. Hang on.
Ray. Oh.
Thank you very much.
I should have warned you. I should have warned you. We went through all of them.
Oh my gosh.
All of them. Yeah, and Stella's down there, like.
She passed out because
she's like, what's going on?
She's like, what?
Stella, you okay?
That was a 5. That was a 5. And how many
no, you don't have to get
zeros?
up, Stella. Stella, don't get up. Don't get up. Oh, she's
Oh
getting
my
up.
goodness.
She's getting up. She's getting, and it's Canadian.
Oh my goodness.
That's CA, not California.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
That much.
I'm
I
just
know.
saying.
I think I might always pronounce her name wrong. I've always called her Rhea.
Yeah.
Rhea and I go way back.
Yeah.
Rhea and us. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, that's okay.
We go way
I
back.
gotcha.
She's one of our like OG lurkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's amazing. I wish y'all like knew Rhea because she. Okay.
You okay, go ahead.
What?
Nothing. Go do your thing. I'll just drink
No,
water.
she's just one of our lurkers that I love when she pops down and like chats.
Right.
It's a good village.
It's a very good
It's a safe village.
Did Stella go back to sleep? Oh my God! Look,
No.
she's still there.
Oh
Stella,
my God.
that is not a good angle. You're showing how dirty our floor is.
Well,
Yeah,
next time you put the camera on the
It's okay.
floor.
By the way, are you late for Tyler's appointment to see his foot?
Oh,
no.
God.
Okay.
Oh no, the
We
clock
got
is
like
behind
15
us.
minutes. That's it. Then you
Okay.
gotta go.
Shoot.
Yeah. So
Okay.
back to
Thank
Rainy's
you,
question.
thank
Yeah,
you.
Rainy's question.
Thank you. Okay, so this all went bananas. I don't know what happened with Rainy. Goats are not supposed to throw up like that,
No.
and she was definitely stuff was coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if she was truly vomiting or if she was choking on something,
Right.
Which caused her to cough and crap was coming up. I don't know, but it stopped. And that was the first time I text Dr. Kara. I was like, I think Rainey might be throwing up. And she's like, any chance she got into something toxic? I was like, no.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because she's doing this. And then the second time I called her, she thought I was calling because of Rainey. I was like, you're not going to believe this. But
Right.
now I have a little guy that's peeing blood, and
Right.
yeah. And thank goodness Rainey stopped doing what she was doing so that we
Yeah.
could focus on JoJo. Otherwise, we were going to Uber, carpool up to Dr. Kara's with Rainey and JoJo. But she's fine. I don't know. Sometimes you just have to stop looking at the goat, and then they're fine.
Yeah.
And I say that in a loving way. Moo was sick, so sick one time, and we were so hyper focused on her that Dr. Kara literally was like, Liz, stop taking her temperature.
Yeah, I remember that. She told you that. You were taking it like 3 times a day. She's
Well,
like,
because it was
"Stop."
always high, and I was like, does she need more Banamine? Is she still sick? Is she like,
Yeah.
and Dr. Kara was like, just stop taking her temperature. She's clearly fine. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
so she just runs hot. Like, what's going on? Anyway.
Whew.
Val NC, while you're looking for a different question, asked, what's up with Chanel and her foaming? She did that while I was at the farm. So Chanel foams at the mouth when she thinks she's getting yummy treats.
She did.
I've noticed, like,
Speaking, go ahead.
anytime she gets, prior to getting her grain, so the sound of the grain hitting the bucket, she's foaming. When we're throwing hay or giving treats, she's foaming. Like, she salivates.
She just gets excited.
You ever
But
get
speaking
that?
of that, all the goats in the house of pie got a little excited. They ripped their loose mineral bucket off the wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's nice of them.
Yeah, they did. So they have no loose mineral now because they ripped it off the wall.
Well, like, broke the plastic or
Oh,
broke
yeah.
the wall? Somebody jumped in it, didn't they?
Yeah, probably. Somebody probably stood in it and it fell off the wall. They didn't break the wall.
But they cracked the
yeah.
plastic?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we need a new loose mineral bucket because I'm not having that barn not
Actually,
have loose mineral.
I think we could still reattach. I don't know. But all I know is it fell off. I was like, no loose mineral for you for like a day. And then I've got to go get it.
Yeah, they need more.
So I'll have to put that back on. The crazy goats over
Oh,
there.
boy.
That's what happens when they know they're not on camera. Other than outside. They're on their good behavior outside.
Right, you notice that they don't misbehave outside. They do all their naughty stuff inside.
Right, they do. Somebody asked if Gus was going to have a little friend over there. Gus has Giovanni as his friend, which is his
Yeah.
neighbor.
So right now, Giovanni and Gus share fence lines. They can see each other, they can hang out, they can lay next to each other if they wanted to. We're going to see how Gus does, and if that doesn't work out, we have plenty of weathers over in House of Pie that can come pay him a visit.
Right,
We'll say bucks by nature aren't going to want friends,
right.
but because he's little, maybe before he hits rut,
Yeah,
he can have, like, Roman is a sweet one to go over and hang out.
with the heat costs her to do that, and I think we're
Chanel?
we're back to Chanel, and I don't think it's a heat thing. No,
Nope, she's been doing it.
Yeah.
She's been doing it since
she's been doing it
she's
a while.
moved over to
She's
House
been doing
of
it
Pie.
a while. Yeah, she has been. I thought I saw. So we talked about the milk machine coming on the way. We got to build a whole new frame for all 6 goats to stand on at one time. So it's got to hold like 900 pounds
Yeah,
of goat at once.
right.
Yeah, we obviously talked about.
So is Gus going to move on Sunday too?
That's.
Oh, I thought you already knew the
You.
answer.
Yeah, I think yes.
We already collaborated and said yes.
Yeah,
We were going to do one move
yeah,
and all the babies are out. And then we start thinking about who moves over from House of Pie.
right.
Because we got to get those girls on a feed schedule and all of that.
It's actually not a bad idea.
How about the Jiffy Pop round rotating vents on top of the barn to vent out heat? I don't know what that is.
So it's the vent that goes on top of the house or the barn. So the barn's shaped like this, right? But it sits
Yeah.
here and it's round, and natural convection makes it start to spin.
I thought our
which-
cupola was.
Our cupola's not vented. It's got glass in it. Our cupola's for Tina's birds. It's not a
Speaking of Tina's birds,
It's not a working cupola.
I didn't tell you this
We
yet.
do have a ridge vent that goes all the way down, but the ridge vent's probably just not big enough to be able to get the natural heat to flow out.
Yeah.
So that might be a decent idea. Yeah. They're kind of weird looking and they spin funny,
No, thank you.
but they'd have to go back on the backside.
Mm-mm. Okay,
Good idea,
how
though.
come Moose keeps
like Bill.
escaping?
Moose keeps escaping because his gate is broken.
Yeah, we
and
have some upgrades coming
wait.
for the boys.
a
too.
possible boy gate upgrade coming. Eventually, they're all broken. They're all free gates we got off Craigslist 8 years ago.
Yeah, it's time to upgrade them to actual.
And I think they saw that in a video. No, that video is coming Friday, Monday. I don't know. It's all pre-planned. We have a goat fencing video coming, talking about how to build goat fencing and good goat fencing, stuff like that. And in that video, it talks about the gate and how they're broken. Yeah, they're just dead. I mean, over the years,
They're done.
they get dented, then they rust, and then the rust breaks.
And they were
then
already rusty when we got them.
right, and then the rust. Yeah,
So we need
yeah,
we just need new gates.
right.
For all well,
Yeah.
Gus got a new gate, right?
No, Gus has a used gate too. He has
He's
the
got a used gate.
he has the fourth used gate that we haven't been using.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a new gate.
Yeah.
So that's hashtag we need new
Hashtag
gates.
another project.
Listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. New gate.
So follow-up question. Has nothing to do with the gates.
Oh,
Do you have a sampler of bath salts? So we do have samples in our farm store of bath salts, but we do not offer them on our website. And that is simply because I cannot keep up.
yeah. As of right now, they are not offered on the website.
If they do end up on the website, it'll be a sampler pack. So it'll be all 5, 6, 7 fragrances that we do
Yeah, a bunch of them.
in one bundle. Kind of like the Simple Suds,
Right.
odds and ends. Like you can only buy it in the 6-pack. So
Yeah, we can't sell the samples of Simple Suds. It would make no sense. And then the Simple Suds samplers. No, not simple. The bath salt samplers.
Yeah.
We just as of
I just
right
can't
now,
keep up.
production wise, we can't keep up.
At this point, I can't even keep up with what the store is selling.
Right.
So it's not making it to online yet. But I have plans for that. So
Yeah, it's coming soon.
coming soon.
Last day of school for the kiddos
It's
is
like the
coming up mid this month. Yeah, this
Something
is
like
their
that.
last full week of school.
Oh, okay.
And then they go into finals and all that, and then they're done sometime next week.
Yeah.
We already talked about the pool liner. We talked about the milk machine. We did not talk about the ducks. Last topic of the evening. The ducks have moved
They have moved.
to the garage
Yes.
in their new pen that I built all wrong. And you will see this in the video because I built it. I was so excited about it. Quinn and Olivia helped me and we knew we had an issue. We fixed the issue. We were good. And then Mom's like, this is all wrong. So
I threw a little bit of a
she
tantrum
threw
about it too.
She did. And then
I
I
was
fell
like, how
down the
could you?
stairs.
And then he fell down the stairs.
I did.
And I was like, see?
Yeah.
You did it right. You wouldn't have
You
fallen
fall
down
down.
the stairs.
Yeah. So in the video, I edited my stupidity into the video, and it literally starts with the end, and it goes, "I did it all wrong," like in the beginning of the video. Yeah, it's funny.
Well, when you see
That's-
it, you'll be like, yeah, duh.
You'll be like, "Yeah, that wasn't gonna
That
work."
wasn't going to keep Stella out.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
so you gotta subscribe. We've got like 5 videos already made and edited for the other channel. They're coming out.
so Val and C, because I was about to talk about Tina's birds.
Yeah,
Tina's birds are at it again.
they're at it again. Yeah.
Okay.
We save a bird twice today.
Twice. And I'm sorry to say it didn't work.
I didn't know if it was gonna work. You take the little baby birds when you see them on the floor, and you pick them up and you put them back in the nest.
And they fell back
They
out.
fall back out.
So
I don't know what it is.
in the chicken coop, in the new combo coop, there's 2 bird nests up in the eaves and 2 birds. I found one right there at the front door of the chicken coop when I went to
Yeah.
go in there this morning. It was alive, and I picked it up and I took pictures, and I'm going to put them on Facebook, but now I don't think I will because they both passed away. Then I found the other bird after we already put number 1 back.
Right.
I found number 2 by the egg, my egg basket.
Egg basket. Yeah.
And I called Aaron. I was like, "You're not going to believe this."
Yeah. Now you
I
gotta save
found another
bird.
one.
So we climbed up there, put them
Climbed
back in
back
the nest. Didn't work.
I went out to check to make sure like they hadn't fallen back out. They both fell back out.
Yeah.
And we could not save them this time.
No. Somebody asked if we're gonna stop. I'm gonna try to get through a couple. We gotta go. Tyler's gotta go get his foot looked at.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stop the goats from jumping the other stall? We pretty much have because we just used all that hay. I think
Yeah.
there's 1 bale left. They're jumping on a bale and then jumping over. So there's like one
Yeah.
bale left, and then they'll stop jumping.
Barbara asked, how does your garden grow? My garden is amazing this year.
There's a video coming for that soon too, but we haven't even shot it yet.
Amazing.
Just like the video for this new studio. I'm just kidding.
New studio, 6 months old.
So, funny story about the new studio video. The day we built the studio, the video was done. The next day I go, Liz, I need you to sit on the couch with me, and we have to just talk. End the video with like a little, what do you guys think of the new studio? Oh, it's great, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll finish editing. Yeah, that was 6 months ago. We still haven't sat on the couch and done that last clip. That's what happens when we try to produce something instead of just end the video without her, because you were making soap.
Yeah.
You guys were making soap.
Something.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, another
Lori.
one. Are you going to stop the
Auntie Lori.
Can you ship a t-shirt to Australia? Yes.
So.
You just have to try it on the website.
So we don't actually ship the t-shirts. We design the t-shirts, and then we have a vendor that makes them and ships them. So that's why the processing time for t-shirts and mugs and purses and all the swag items that you see, all of those are made not by us. Like, I designed the artwork, but they actually make them when you order. So they're making those t-shirts and then shipping them. So we've had a couple questions come in about timing, as far as like, hey, it's taking a little longer to get my t-shirt, but that's why, because it's like a 2 to 4 week process when you order a t-shirt. Kidding season t-shirts. So here's the deal with kidding season t-shirts is JoJo kind of put a monkey wrench in that, and now I feel really bad about making a kidding season t-shirt.
So there's a redesign. Especially
because we always use the words, I survived kidding season 2021, and I just feel bad. Come here, love. Don't step on Stella.
So there's a redesign in process. Hey.
Don't attack her.
You relax.
This is how Stella is to Olivia, though.
Yeah, Stella gets like ridiculous. You okay, Livy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stella was jumping.
She got my chin though.
She gotcha? Yeah.
She gets so jealous of you.
All right, we're going to do the quick thank you very much. Livy, look at how little you were. Ready? Hang on. Stella, stop. You're being silly.
Thank you very much.
Did you see how little you were?
You were so little.
Oh my gosh, she's getting so big. She wanted to just come up and say hi to everyone.
She asked before Q&A tonight, Mom, can I come up and just say hi?
Yeah. You didn't say hi yet, did you?
Did you say hi?
No,
not yet?
Hi.
Hi. You see all those people?
Yeah.
Look, they're all saying hi to you.
They're saying
hi.
hi.
Libby. Hi, Libby.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying hi, Libby.
Yeah, right there. They are. Yep. So Olivia tells me earlier today, she goes, do I go up there and thank them for my presents? I go, no, not yet. It's not your birthday. Because there's a couple little birthday presents that showed up from some villagers
One
here.
of them came yesterday.
And we tell her she has
and
to
she
wait.
goes, close my eyes.
She goes,
I can't see this.
She goes, I'll close my eyes.
Yet.
I can't look. Yeah. How many more days till your birthday?
19.
18 more days. How many teeth have you lost in like the last month?
I don't know.
Like
all of them?
Yeah.
About all of them.
Almost.
Almost. A whole bunch of them.
Look at all the hands waving.
Look at them all up here.
And all the hearts.
See that up here? Whoa,
Stella. That was not
Jeez,
nice.
That was like rude.
Say excuse me.
Yeah. Stella's like, it's hot.
Hard
Can I please go? Yeah. All right. Speaking of going, Mommy has to take Tyler to go get his foot looked at because of all those bee stings. You remember getting stung by bees?
I never got stung by bees.
Yes, you did. Remember we put the lip balm on them.
We put lip balm on your leg in the car.
Remember?
I got stung by 2 of them.
2 bees, yeah.
I think
now she remembers.
I think it was even more than that. We put the little lip balms right here and here and here and here.
I think I had more stings than Tyler. Did I?
Yeah, no.
I think so.
No, he's got like 6 on his ankle right now. His ankle's like this.
Yeah, Tyler's ankle's real big.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all you wanted to say?
All right.
Yeah.
Liv, did you see what that one just said?
Which one?
Another present coming from Australia.
Oh.
Do you realize how far Australia is from here?
No.
You'd have to like sleep on the plane.
Remember, it's
Twice,
24 hours.
Probably. 24 hours.
24 hours.
No,
No,
just
just
one. So you would get on the plane and take a nap. You'd wake up, stay awake, watch a couple movies, take another nap, and then you'd be there. That's it. That's how you'd do it.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a long time. Want to go?
No.
Oh, I was going to go with you.
Yeah, okay. Who's going to milk the goat?
You win the machine.
Oh,
Just
okay.
kidding.
Now we're leaving me behind. Well,
No.
you probably have to because I'd bring Stella.
That's true. Stella's not welcome in Australia.
Why not? She's got a passport.
This is true. All right, we're
I
slacking.
don't have a passport.
We're running out of time. If we didn't get to your question, we're sorry. We will be back again at some other point. Not this Saturday, I don't think. Technically, it's supposed to be. No, it's
No, it's
not
supposed to be
supposed
next
to be.
Saturday.
It's next Saturday. All right, so not this Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, this week is the No Wacky Wednesday. This is like the off week.
It's supposed to be the off day.
Right, but we wanted to get this in because we had to cancel on Saturday. And we knew there was a lot of questions and the support was amazing. So
You guys really are just too much.
way too much. So
Between that,
hopefully-
we haven't talked to you guys since the June launch of soaps, lotions, whatever. Actually, we didn't launch any soap. It was the lip balm, the bath salts, and the lotion.
Right.
And, it's just a great launch. And everybody's getting their stuff and saying how much they love it. So that means a lot to us that, we love our stuff.
Right.
That's a given. We love our stuff. But it's awesome when we hear feedback from everybody else that they're loving their stuff too. So, and that you guys trust us to even buy our stuff it's always an honor. It's always an honor to have so many people,
Stella's leaving.
wanting to get first dibs on our new stuff.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
And there's a lot of questions.
There's a lot of questions there.
yeah, it's a thank you for a
Yes,
great
thank
Q&A.
Yeah, that's what that says.
And then it has a lot of questions.
Yeah, because she wanted us to see it.
Yeah,
That's how everybody gets our attention. So that
yeah.
it sticks out.
Yeah.
All right.
Here, we're
Well,
gonna
we
put
love
this-
you guys too.
We're gonna put this one back up again.
Yep.
Actually, we'll do this one.
Okay.
I think that goat just gave you a kiss.
That's Billy.
All right, we're gonna go. See you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.